welcome to our English lesson. Ласкаво просимо на наш урок англійської. You're watching Інтерклас. Ви дивитесь Інтерклас. Get ready to study something new and interesting. Приготуйтесь вивчити щось нове і цікаве. So, shall we begin? Тож починаємо. We continue speaking about recreation, and today we will touch such part of it as reading. Ми продовжуємо говорити про відпочинок, і сьогодні ми торкнемось такого його різновиду, як читання. Why reading is so important? Чому читання таке важливе? Numerous studies show that successful students and pupils of every age enjoy reading. Численні дослідження показують, що успішні студенти і школярі різного віку люблять читати. So if you want to have good brains and be successful, start reading. Отже, якщо ви хочете мати розвинутий інтелект і бути успішним, починайте читати. But imagine you are in the library or just surfing the internet looking for a special book and you read unfamiliar words. Але уявіть, що ви сидите в бібліотеці або в інтернеті і шукаєте спеціальну книгу. І натрапляєте на незнайомі слова. Realistic fiction, historical fiction, science fiction and so on. Quite puzzling, isn't it? Досить незрозуміло, чи не так? These are literature genres. Це літературні жанри. You will know them better after the following video. Ви дізнаєтесь про них більше з наступного відео. Be attentive. Є три основні категорії літератури. Fiction, non-fiction and poetry. Художня література, наукова література і поезія. Fiction is divided into realistic fiction, historical fiction, science fiction, fantasy, folk tales and fairy tales, and mystery. Художня література ділиться на реалістичну художню літературу, історичну белетристику, наукову фантастику, фентезі, народні казки і детективи. Non-fiction can be informational and biography. Наукова література може бути інформаційною і біографічною. Fiction represents stories that are not true. Художня література представляє історії, які не відповідають дійсності. Realistic fiction is fiction that could be real or could actually happen. These stories are make-believe but have real characters doing real things in real way. Реалістична фантастика – це фантастика, яка могла б бути реальною, або події могли б статися насправді, але історія не є правдивою. Historical fiction is a make-believe story set in the past. The setting, timing, and even some of the characters may have been real, but the story or plot is made up. Історична белетристика є вигаданими історіями, що трапились в минулому. Місце, час і навіть деякі з персонажів, можливо, були реальними, але історія або сюжет вигаданий. Science fiction stories use technology, outer space or futuristic settings to tell a story. Sometimes they sound like they might someday be true. Наукова фантастика використовує технології, космічний простір або місця і події в майбутньому. Іноді здається, що науково-фантастичні твори начебто могли б коли-небудь стати правдою. Fantasy stories are completely make-believe with settings, characters, and or plots that could never happen. Many children's books are fantasy. Фантазійні історії повністю вигадані, з місцем подій, персонажами і сюжетом, які ніколи не могли б трапитись у реальному житті. Багато дитячих книжок написані у жанрі фентезі. Folk tales are stories that have been passed down from parent to child for a long time. They often have the same elements as fantasy story. There are many types of folk tales: fairy tales, myths, legends, and tall tales. Народні казки – це історії, які передавались від батьків до дітей протягом тривалого часу. Вони часто мають одні й ті ж елементи, як фентезі. Є багато типів народних казок – чарівні казки, міфи, легенди і небелиці. Mysteries are stories that revolve around a problem that needs solving. They often are full of suspense and may have crimes that need solving. Детективні історії обертаються навколо проблеми, яку необхідно вирішити. Вони часто сповнені невідомості і можуть мати злочин, який потребує вирішення. Non-fiction – stories that are true. Нехудожня література включає в себе правдиві історії. Informational texts are true books that give facts and information. Textbooks are informational books. Інформаційні тексти є правдиві, які дають факти і інформацію. Підручники – це нехудожня література. Biographies are true stories about real people written by other people. They are factual. Біографії – це реальні історії про реальних людей, написані іншими людьми. Вони є фактичними. Autobiographies are true stories about real people written by themselves. Автобіографії – це справжні історії про реальних людей, написані ними самими. Poetry – поезія. Poetry can be written in any way, shape or form. Поезія може бути записана у будь-якому виді або формі. Often has rhyme or rhythm. Часто має рими або ритм. Is not always punctuated or capitalized. Не завжди має знаки пунктуації або слова з великої літери. Is usually not a narrative. Has shorter sentences and no paragraphs. Як правило, не є оповіданням, має короткі речення і ніяких абзаців. Can be about any topic, both fiction and non-fiction. Може бути на будь-яку тему, як художньої, так і наукової літератури. Once upon a time there was a girl who had many books, but she didn't like reading. Одного разу жила-була дівчинка, у якої було багато книг, але вона не любила читати. What is her story? Що за пригода з нею трапилась? Let's find out. Давайте дізнаємось.
Mina's house was full of books. They were everywhere. And not just on bookshelves and bedside tables where books usually are, but in all sorts of places where books usually aren't. Worse still, her parents were always bringing home more books. They kept buying books and borrowing books and ordering books from catalogs. Mina's parents loved to read. They read at breakfast and lunch and dinner. Mina, on the other hand, thought all those books were rather in the way. One morning, Mina called for her cat.
Max?
But Max didn't come.
Max? Where are you?
There he was. On top of all the books her parents kept buying her, and she kept refusing to read.
What are you doing up there? I'll get you down. Whoa, this is so not happening. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, no! Oh no, oh no! Oh no, oh no, they're wrecking the house! Stop! Stop! Everybody get back in the books! Gotcha! Why won't you go in? Come on! Why won't they stay in the box?
A is for aardvark. A is for aardvark.
A is for aardvark.
And B is for book.
Don't even think about it, kiddo. That's not my book.
Okay, but if this was your book, would you go back in?
I might.
And what about the others? Would they go back too?
Well, they wouldn't go in my book, if that's what you're asking.
So how do I know which is your book?
E is for aardvark.
Why won't you help me?
A is for aardvark. A is for aardvark. Figure it out for yourself, kiddo. E is for aardvark.
I just want to go home, but I don't know which is my book.
Is it this one?
What's it say?
I don't know. Just read it and find out.
I can't.
You can't read?
No!
I can't believe I'm gonna do this. This is so dumb. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived 3 little pigs. Does that sound familiar?
There's no pigs in my book.
Wait! Read that again!
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived 3 little pigs.
That's us! That's our page! That's our book! Yippee!
Huh. A is for aardvark.
This is my stop. Goodbye, everybody.
But what about my book?
We'll just have to keep reading until we find it. The ducks in the pond said quack, quack, quack. The rabbit went hippity-hop down the road. The giraffe loped across the plain. Now in the forest lived a wolf.
Oh, that's me.
Deep in the jungle, high up in the trees, lived a band of chattering monkeys. Ugh. Somebody stop those monkeys! Come on, monkeys, give me the book. Ugh. Bad monkeys! Take that! Ugh. Aha! Stupid monkeys. Deep in the jungle, high up in the trees, lived a band of chattering monkeys! There! So, are there going to be any more interruptions? Good. Now, where were we? Once upon a time, in a land...
One by one,
far away-
Mina began reading all of her books. And one by one, the creatures found out where they belonged.
This was much too much for the poor cowherd. The elephant lifted his trunk and trumpeted. Sleeping in the cave was a great bear. The soldier raised his sword, and they all lived happily ever after. There. Phew. Aw, come here, kitty. Where were you hiding? It's okay. Now it's just you and me, Max. Do you think we'll ever see them again? What do you think they're all up to now?
When Mina's parents came in that afternoon, they couldn't believe their eyes. Not because the curtains were gone and the dishes were broken and the table legs were all chewed up, but because there, in the middle of the room, was Mina. She was reading a book.
It's time to say goodbye, my dear. Час завершати наш урок. Thanks for watching. Дякую, що були з нами. Have fun and see you next time.
Hi everybody, how are you doing? I see pretty well. This is Teen Time with Interklас and my name is Alexey. And do you protect the nature? What do you do to keep the environment green and clean? You have already guessed, we are going to talk about one of the most important things people have, their planet, the Earth. Don't click your channel and let's get started. Earth Day is an annual event celebrated on April 22nd, on which events are held worldwide to demonstrate support for environmental protection. It was first celebrated in 1970 and it's now coordinated globally and celebrated in more than 192 countries each year. So now let's take a look at some important words to speak about this holiday. Now let's talk about International Earth Day words. So, consume a lot of natural resources. If you see people consume different natural resources, including oil, fish, trees, water, timber, metals, animals, and oxygen. So all resources can be divided into natural and they can be reused or recycled. So let's move on and let's see more information about the planet. Ecological footprint, or people say carbon footprint, a way of measuring how much of an impact a person or community has on your planet. Fossil fuel. There are a lot of fossil fuels today because people extract them very actively. Non-renewable energy resources, coal, oil and natural gas that formed in Earth's crust over hundreds of millions of years. Renewable energy. So what is renewable energy? It's energy that comes from the sun, plants, wind, volcanoes or actually water. Non-renewable energy. Actually, non-renewable energy is coal, gas. They are not reused a lot. They are actually non-renewable. A pollutant. To pollute or to contaminate. Reuse, reduce and recycle. That is the main principle how to reduce your carbon footprint. Participate in a cleanup event. How to do that? You must be very active and remember that your planet needs all the time cleaning. International Earth Day inspires awareness and appreciation for the Earth's natural resources. Some schools and communities celebrate Earth Day for a whole week to expand the time frame that people focus on the Earth and how they can preserve it. Our next quiz will show you that celebrating this holiday is a good and beneficial activity. When is International Earth Day celebrated? The 22nd of March, 22nd of April, 22nd of May or 22nd of August. So this holiday is celebrated on the 22nd of April. What event is popular on this day? Charity, competitions, cleanup, or other quizzes? So you're right if you say the event that is popular is cleanup. Humans' impact on the Earth and its resources is called ecological print, ecological influence, ecological step, or ecological footprint. Right if you say that it is called ecological footprint. A substance that contaminates the environment is called pollutant, trash, garbage, or litter. Yeah, the substance is called actually pollutant. Choose a fossil fuel: water, solar energy, gas, or wind. Actually, if you are attentive, you see that gas is a fossil fuel. Choose renewable kind of energy: oil, gas, solar energy, or coal. So renewable kind of energy is solar energy. Choose non-renewable kind of energy: wind, oil, solar, or biomass. So non-renewable kind of energy is oil. And finally, to save the environment, people must use, consume, recycle, or increase. Actually, to save the environment, people must recycle. Choose the best way to save the environment. Do ecological actions, talk about nature, plant trees, and buy only eco products. How much do you know about the Earth? Our next presentation will show you how beautiful and amazing our planet is.
From the east to the south, I turn the roof of my mouth. New days of doubt without you. First gear, I face the troubles ahead. Final word has been said. Long distance spreads between us. I tell myself to hold on. Won't be long till I grow through this struggle.
Okay, we have done a lot of work today. You boosted your nature vocabulary and learned how to protect our environment. Have successful English classes, get updated. See you next week. Stay safe and take care.